Hello and welcome to the first professionally filmed special of For the Stands. I'm your host, Tommy Romano. This is a lot different than you last saw me on my webcam doing this through WERW. I'm very excited about this. Today we are going to be breaking down this week's Grammy ceremony, everything that's going into it, the nominations, the buzz, all of it. And I have an awesome panel joined today with me. We'll start on the left and go to the right and we'll say our name and the stand-dom that we associate with.
My name is Gloria. Last week I've known Tommy for a bit, but last week we stayed together for South by Southwest in Austin, and I got to know him a bit better then. And I'm excited to be on the show. My stand of choice, I'd have to say Charli XCX. New album just came out, Crash, and
So good.
we're all fans here.
Good choice. My name is Trevor. Tommy and I have also known each other for a while, rooted in acapella. Also super excited to be on the show. Thank you for having us.
Yes.
I'd have to say the stand-up that I identify with most is Ariana Grande.
It's
Gotta
true.
say it, it's true.
Very solid.
That's how we.
True.
I think that's how we became close.
I think so too.
We got into talking about Ari, and the rest is history.
We had a
pretty
competition to
valid.
guess. We played the songs, and whoever could guess them first, and I crushed you.
It's
So,
true.
Really?
It was not. It was by a lot. It was not by a little. He definitely knows his Ari,
What
even
can I
though I
say?
claim I'm a huge fan as well. So this is it, guys. The Grammys 2022.
We're here.
Can you believe it? It was supposed to be in January. They pushed it back, and now it's in April. And
Is it ever happening?
Probably not.
it doesn't feel real. I mean,
No.
honestly,
No.
when I look at these albums, I'm like, oh yeah.
Like, about that.
And they're almost
Yeah.
like throwbacks now.
Yeah,
like not
like
like
literally coming from 2020.
Yeah, really though. And I think that like the pushing back of the Grammys like has a lot to like do with like what's gonna go down there. Like depending on like when they picked the awards and everything, the artists had a lot more time to kind of campaign for what they wanted, and Kanye had a lot more time. Going into our first subject on the buzz, is Kanye had a lot more time to go on
on Insta.
Instagram
Yeah.
in those 3 months and get himself not allowed in the performance anymore or the ceremony, and he's just not welcome anymore. That's pretty crazy. Now there's talk of like bigger artists protesting the Grammys. I saw someone calling for Kanye and Drake and Nicki Minaj and artists who have been and The Weeknd and artists who have been shunned by the Grammys in the past to go and do a bigger show the same night. And
Wow.
Could
be-
you imagine? Like,
Yeah.
That would be something else.
I mean, what do you guys think about Donda winning? I'm not so sure. I don't have it like as a prediction for anything.
I don't think so
really.
either. For album of the year too, like I think maybe there were a couple of songs on there that were good, but not the whole piece.
Yeah.
I don't think
At
so
all.
either.
At all.
I mean, yeah, I think it's a bit long album,
Long.
but like at the same time, it just came out in a year where like so many more albums have like made a lot more noise. I'm specifically thinking about Billie with
Yeah.
Happier Than Ever and the title track, and Olivia Rodrigo with Driver's License.
Okay, well
Yeah.
she has 7 other nominations, so I think she's fine.
Lil Nas X with Montero. There's more.
Yeah.
There's more.
Yeah.
no,
We'll
Way
get
more
to
iconic.
Olivia.
We will. We'll get to Olivia.
her. I did want to start with the alternative acts, however, though. We have a nice list of nominations, starting with Shore by Fleet Foxes, If I Can't Have Love, I Want Power by Halsey, Jubilee by Japanese Breakfast, Collapsed in Sunbeams by Arlo Parks, and Daddy's Home by St. Vincent. And honestly, I was pretty content with these nominations.
Yeah.
I didn't know all of them, but when I would go and listen to the ones that I was unfamiliar with, I was like, yeah, they were good. Some snubs, I would think. I guess it just depends on where some albums would kind of lie on being alternative or being pop, like
Right.
Solar Power. Did that
Oh,
have a place
true.
in alternative, or did that have a place in pop? I'm thinking about Charli XCX's How I'm Feeling Now as well, which was a
Yeah.
major oversight on the Grammys' part,
Yeah.
and where that could have fit, and if it would have been in alternative or if it would have been in pop. But I'm pretty satisfied with the list of artists that we have here. I don't think any of them don't deserve to have the nomination.
Well,
What are your thoughts?
I don't love Halsey. I know, I'm sorry. I'm
Interesting.
sorry.
Me neither.
I'm going to be the one that gets canceled after this. We'll preface now, I also don't like Taylor Swift. So we'll get to that when it comes. But
Hot
Get into it.
I just don't love the sound of her voice.
Like the cursive singing.
Yeah, the
Singing.
cursive. That's a good way to put it.
Stans know about the cursive
There's the
singing.
singing.
I don't love it, but I am happy that St. Vincent's in the category.
Yes.
I do have to say that.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
her
Makes up for
last big project, the Mass Education one, came out the same year but lost to Vampire Weekend for an album that I honestly really love, but I feel like songs like New York by St. Vincent, like just hits, did not get their time of day. And this album has some strong points, produced by Jack Antonoff, up for Producer of the Year. I feel like this was the big album for him this year, because he did not win the year he did the Taylor album and the Lana album and
Right.
the other albums. So he's kind of working with a different group of artists for his nominations. I even saw that, like, for his producer nomination, they like put in parentheses St. Vincent and Bleachers, his own project, which I found pretty interesting. Singer, producer doing it both. But
Yeah.
True.
I think personally, if I were to pick from these alternative music choices, I will have to disagree. I thought Halsey's album was great. I
You pick
really
Halsey?
did. I wasn't crazy about her until this album, but I saw
But what
that.
was it about the album? Was it like the album as a whole, the songwriting?
I liked the production. I feel like Trent Reznor and the other guy, the Nine Inch Nails guy, they did the movie soundtracks together. They worked with her on this album, and I thought that it was like really cinematic in a cool way, and that her voice, like, she knew when she had to do the pop stuff that gets her on the radio and Closer, but she also like got to experiment with it a little more. And I never really tapped into Halsey, but this kind of made me look over at the Halsey stand and say, okay.
Is she your
Good for
winner for the
y'all.
category?
No.
Who's your winner?
My runner-up, actually. My winner would be, maybe we're biased because we got to see Miss Japanese Breakfast at South by, but I think that the album for alternative, out of all these, front to back, Jubilee by Japanese Breakfast has my full vote and support, and
Yeah.
I have anything to add from
That would
seeing
be
her
my
live?
personal pick as well. I think that might be, well, Japanese Breakfast was my top Spotify artist for rap last year, so I
I'm
listened.
asking the right person.
Yeah, I listened to Jubilee a lot, and we did just see her last week in Austin, and that was pretty amazing. I don't know how likely it will be that she wins, but she's kind of like the underdog. Also in the Best New Artist category, she would probably also be my pick too, just because became such a Japanese Breakfast fan over the past year. But yeah, I mean, she's up against like Olivia Rodrigo for that category, and with all the alternative albums, I'm not sure enough people really got into Jubilee as like we did, but that would be like my personal pick as well. But I think the St. Vincent record is honestly really strong.
Very true.
I would be really happy to see that one win. Mainly just because the production is really good. Jack Antonoff went off on that one.
Agreed.
Yeah.
The Stantonoffs will rise this Grammy season. I feel it.
Yeah, for sure,
That was
for
a good
sure. What are your thoughts?
I'd have to go with St. Vincent.
Yeah.
Honestly. Yeah. I'll have to
really
listen
good.
to the Halsey album again to see if I can have the same thoughts as you.
Yeah,
Text
now
me
I want to
after.
It's
re-listen.
just her tone of voice is not
No,
it for
I
me.
feel you.
Yeah.
But there's
I
so
feel
much
you.
more to the album. I mean, it's not just the singing.
You're
I
right. The
guess.
title track, if you're only going to do one, just listen to the title track.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay. Good to know, good to know.
So without further ado, we are going to play a song from the album Jubilee that we are talking about. One of my favorites. This one's called Be Sweet by Japanese Breakfast, only on For the Stands.
Tell the men I'm coming. Tell them count the days. I can feel the night passing by like a
Welcome back. We just listened to Be Sweet by Japanese Breakfast. I'm your host, Tommy Romano, for the stands. And we are live here talking about the Grammys for 2022. They're happening this weekend. We got my panel here with Gloria and Trevor, and we are breaking down our picks and our thoughts of this coveted night in music every year. It never fails to give us something to talk about.
Something.
And
Something to argue about.
Even when the nominations dropped, I know Stan Twitter was buzzing.
Twitter.
Twitter was something else.
Of course.
Yeah.
And a lot of it was based off of the rock category. I saw that being like one of the big first major backlashes from it. And I'll just go through the rock nominations for Best Rock Album this year. We have Power Up, AC/DC, Capital Cuts, Live from Studio A, Black Pumas, No One Sings Like You Anymore, Volume 1, Chris Cornell, Medicine at Midnight, Foo Fighters, and McCartney 3, Paul McCartney. While these are legendary artists, bands, groups, and the Black Pumas is doing great. I remember they were nominated last year as well, and I like their music, but at the same time, I'm just missing the women in this,
Yeah.
in this
Where are
category.
the women?
Thank you.
Where are the women?
I think it's a little weird, like especially after every year it seems like the Grammys give something that says this one's different. Let's do the Grammys. So it just seemed like a little step backwards for them when they could have easily avoided it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like generally the rock category, at least in like the past recent years, it's always not. It's like the category that's usually lacking.
Not representative.
Yeah, especially because like rock has definitely like died down as like a popular genre. But yeah, I mean the main thing the main snub is Miley.
Yeah.
Miley's Plastic Hearts. Arguably, a lot of more people listen to that than the AC/DC or so. That's really what I'm confused about. Like that's a big snub I think for this year.
It was literally the #1 rock album like a month after it was released. So
yeah, that's pretty good.
That's why I was confused. I thought like the whole thing that she was doing where she was going out and doing these rock covers and then she brought out
the Blondie.
the blonde back. She got Billy Idol and Stevie Nicks on the album.
Yeah.
I thought she was gonna like go back and like do the rock album thing, and then it came out and it was great. And I just thought that was going to be Miley gets her Grammy, just like kind of how Selena's getting hers right now.
She was even
the
one
Tina
of
category.
the first like big live performances like through the pandemic with I think it was before the Super Bowl. She did something.
Yeah, I definitely remember that.
And it was like one of the first like big audience. I mean, it was outside. But yeah, she did a whole set. It was great. I think that she had such a big build-up coming to this album. Like, we had the She Is Coming EP a couple of years earlier. Again, like the rock covers. And people are even saying, like, with Justin Bieber, he's nominated all over this list. And there was a build-up for his return. And it's like, okay, but the build-up for Miley's return, and maybe that's just because I am a Miley stan as well, I feel like it was even better.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I definitely like the rock direction she's going in. I think like it works really well for her voice. Her cover of Blondie is really cool.
Yeah.
And a lot of people like that, and I think a lot of people have discovered like that song in Blondie because of her, and it's kind of like this cool throwback thing she's doing.
Yeah.
I hate to admit, I was one of those people. I did not know that song before Miley covered it.
You
but it's
didn't?
great. Yeah, I really didn't.
Well, now you know.
It also
Now I
definitely
do.
like broadened her audience, I feel like too. Just with the genre, like it's not her typical pop. I mean, Bangers was a banger, didn't win a Grammy, but yeah, it widened her audience, even just with the features on the album.
Yeah.
I don't know. Some people maybe think that she's too much, but I think it's just right.
I agree. I mean, even just the other night, she had like this concert in South America, and it was one of the biggest crowds I've ever seen. Like just like from the video footage on her own Instagram, just like huge. Like she has such reach.
Anytime she performs, it's everywhere. I haven't seen anything really from Justin Bieber other than like his album coming out. So it's like if you're comparing,
Yeah.
I feel like whatever I see about Justin Bieber, it's like against my own will.
it's involuntary.
It's
Bieber.
Gonna have to agree
involuntary.
with you on that. Yeah.
But
I didn't know that Miley had credit on Montero.
She does?
She does.
Yeah, so something that the Grammys are doing this year is they're like giving awards and like honoring all the songwriters. So because Miley wrote her feature on Montero, she's nominated for an award, much like how Taylor could win a Grammy for Olivia Sour because she has writing credits on it.
Right.
That makes sense. Well, at least her name is somewhere on the list. It's just not there enough.
Yeah. Total snub.
Total snub. Every song on that album, it's just one of those things that you listen to from start to finish. I don't know, she did an interview with on an Apple Music podcast, I think 2 years ago, and she was talking about everything from like when she was writing the She Is Coming EP and how her house burnt down and she lost like all the songs that she was writing. And pieces from Plastic Hearts, like I think like Golden G-String was from like 2017 or 2016.
Oh, I did not
So
know
yeah,
that.
it's a combination of like some older-ish stuff from before She Was Coming, because there were supposed to be 3 sets of EPs with like the She Is Coming era. I don't remember what the names were going to be, but they were going to be 3 separate EPs, and then her house burnt down, and that's when we got Malibu, I think, Younger Now, all that fun stuff.
Oh, I love that.
I love Younger Now. That album was also really good. She
Yeah.
just has such a variety. That one was so much more like country oriented back into her roots. We had the pop, of course, even like the ballads. She brought Dolly onto that album.
Yeah, that's pretty
that
awesome.
That wasn't nominated for anything, which I was surprised.
I don't think she's ever been nominated for a
She was
Grammy.
nominated for
Or-
Bangers, but she didn't win. But
She
that
was
was her
nominated for
only.
Bangers.
That's her only Grammy nomination ever. I
As-
literally went onto her Wikipedia page earlier, and it has like literally everything that you could be nominated
Was Bangers for pop vocal?
I think it was album of the year.
Oh, wow.
Because it lost to 1989.
Oh,
Well-
yes.
So if we want to talk about that a little bit more, which one was more deserving?
Hold on. Before we do that, though, we're going to let Trevor pick a song for his...
From Plastic Hearts?
From Plastic Hearts.
All right. My favorite from the album, excluding the singles, is probably "Give Me What I Want." Gotta say
That's
it.
honestly a great choice.
It is a good one. It's a good one.
Because, like, a lot of times you go right to the Do a Song, or
Right.
right to Golden G-String, or right
Right.
to one of the... But you're right.
I know.
He
And I think
knows.
it's, again, I've said this before, but like every song like flows into each other perfectly. Like she's just telling such a story from the start to the finish, and I love the placement of that one specifically. So that's my choice.
If the Recording Academy Committee is listening, you messed up with this
You messed
one.
up.
Big time.
Where's Miley?
Where is Miley?
So, would you like to introduce this next song?
Sure. Up next is "Give Me What I Want" by Miley Cyrus from Plastic Hearts.
Midnight and the moon is out. Careful, you might hurt yourself. Pleasure leads to pain. To me, they're both the same. Sweat dripping down to the floor. Bite marks like an animal. You might be insane, but maybe we're the same tonight. You came here 'cause you know what I need, and no one likes to be alone. I don't need a future. I don't need your past. I just need a lover. So give me what I want, or give it to myself. Addicted torture. You don't have to ask. I just need a lover. So give me what I want, or give it to myself. I can tell that you're new to this. Slow it down, but you can't resist. Beat your fantasy.
That was Gimme What I Want from the Grammy-snubbed album Plastic Hearts by Miley Cyrus. You are watching For the Stands. I'm here with my incredible panel talking about the Grammys, and we are now going into the pop categories, where we all put on our big stand glasses and maybe muzzles.
Literally.
Well, we are going through these. The pop vocal album is not... category is always one that I keep my eye on closely, especially in 2020 when it was the year with future nostalgia and folklore by your favorite girl, Taylor. When Taylor won Album of the Year in the general field, I looked straight to the pop vocals and I said, okay, who won the best pop album of the year? And it was Dua. And I feel like that made sense in my mind. And now I feel like I hold this category at the same esteem as the album, because to make a good pop album,
oh my gosh, yeah,
hard
Yeah.
something that you remember in 2022, hard.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Respect to these nominees while I read them off here. Justice, Triple Chuck's Deluxe Edition, Justin Bieber. Planet Her Deluxe, Doja Cat. Happier Than Ever, Billie Eilish. Positions, Ariana Grande. And Sour, Olivia Rodrigo. I'm just going to ask thoughts so far.
That is a competitive category.
One person I don't want to win, Justin Bieber.
Amen.
I'm with you there.
I agree.
Kind of don't want him to win anything.
I don't either.
Not a fan of Peaches,
No,
which is the song
no.
that's nominated,
Right.
and
For
Justice.
everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
Just because they play it on the radio every day doesn't mean that it needs a Grammy nomination.
I think there are better songs on his album, though.
Right.
I gave his album a chance. I listened to it to research for the show. I'm very studious. And I like a lot of the songs. But Peaches was not my cup of tea. I do remember before Peaches dropped, and there was a little, moment for it. Everyone was talking about, oh my gosh, he's singing about weed, and this song is going to be
So
good when it drops.
profound.
And then, it dropped the next day, and I never heard about it again. Unless it was, on some, commercial for the Grammys. So, I feel like that was the next time I heard about it,
Right.
that album.
Is he
Yeah.
performing?
I did check, and I couldn't find his name when I saw it, but, I feel like he's going to appear. I feel like he's attending.
Don't sing Peaches.
Yeah, I mean, he has a lot of nominations for
Yeah, I
Peaches,
know.
so I
know.
figure that he'll probably have a performance, just
Yeah.
given how many,
Right.
because he's in a lot of categories.
My question for both of you is, do you think that Olivia is going to win every category that she's nominated for?
No.
I don't think so either.
I feel like I won't be surprised, though, if she does.
That's how I feel
Yeah.
about Billie.
That's true. That's true. Billie always comes in swoops. We're going to see the picture of her holding all the Grammys.
Holding all the
Yeah.
Grammys. She just won an Oscar yesterday.
Right.
Oh my God, she did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
on the way to the EGOT.
Yeah, Billie's my prediction for pop vocal album. I know she's nominated for Album of the Year, but usually the way they do it is the Album of the Year and pop vocal albums, a lot of them overlap, so they try and split it up, and I think she won't get Album of the Year. I think they might put her in pop vocal for Happier Than Ever. Those are my thoughts. Because I feel like she's so powerful, she's gonna get something.
Oh my gosh, yeah, 100%.
Right?
100%.
That would be really shocking if we don't see her get anything.
Right.
Just considering how she swept that one year. So
That was a
I'm so
crazy
excited.
year.
That was
yeah.
absolutely
Speaking as an
crazy.
Arianator, they're both up for the
think
same
Next
category
really,
again.
really should have won that one. But
I know,
I
I know.
agree. Going back to the 2019, 2020.
I don't even remember.
It
Because
was
there
one
was
of
one
those
of the
years.
years
2019.
where they wouldn't even let her sing the song that she wanted to sing. With all the drama. Yeah, there's drama.
Damn.
Not surprised. I don't know. I have a difference here between who I want to win and who I think is going to win. So obviously I'm going to manifest it. I would love Positions to win.
I was just going to ask. I feel like Ariana Grande is almost an elephant in this category.
She is. She's,
Yeah.
she's an elephant in the whole. She wasn't nominated for anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which
And
is
now
really
she's chilling on The
surprising.
Voice. She's not really
Not
touring,
anymore.
not pushing.
She's filming Wicked.
She's filming movies.
Oh
she's
my
going
gosh, I
Hollywood. She's
forgot
doing
about
other
that.
things.
I'll give her a break. As long as
Music's
she
on the
doesn't-
back burner. It seems
Right.
like.
As long as she doesn't decide to have a baby after Wicked and we still get another tour and an album, I'll be fine.
Is she married?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Do you not remember? It was a moment.
I just remember her getting engaged, and then like I forgot about like her
Well, which
actually
time?
getting married.
True.
Not the Pete Davidson time, the other time. There have been multiple times.
Okay, 2 isn't multiple. Give her a break.
You know who I'd love to see? Just get some shine.
Doja, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
I love her. She's so funny. She's so talented. She's such a good singer, such a good rapper.
She's so funny.
Talent. Hilarious.
Her
TikTok
TikTok
presence?
account. Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
So good. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's gonna be pop vocal. Like this year's like just so
don't
stacked, and
know.
there's all these politics and stuff that goes into it. I want it. I think hers is great, but I really kind of agree that I think that Billy's gonna get this one.
Yeah. I don't know if she stands a chance up against Billie, but I do really want to see Kiss Me More win the duo performance for pop.
I was gonna get to that. Yes, up for the best pop duo we have I Get a Kick Out of You by Tony Bennett and Lady Gaga.
Come on.
Lonely, Justin Bieber and Benny Blanco. Butter, BTS. Higher Power, Coldplay. And Kiss Me More, Doja Cat featuring SZA. If y'all don't see an obvious answer out of the
Yeah, this one's
the
kind
ones
of a
we just
no-brainer.
named.
Yeah.
Kiss Me More. Do y'all remember the first time you heard that?
Of course.
And you were just like, she did it again.
Okay, Doja.
Yeah, like the first time I listened to it, I was like, yeah, this is gonna be like a song of the summer for sure.
Yeah. I want her to do really well at the Grammys. But I don't know. You never know.
Yeah, same here. I'm confused because isn't Benny Blanco a producer?
Yes.
Yes.
Asterisk.
Question
I was
mark.
confused as to like why it's a duo performance and Justin's the only one singing. But maybe it just all
Just
Yeah.
qualifies
all these politics, what gets put into what.
I hope he's
Right.
All
all
confusing. We hope it's Kiss Me More. Lastly, we'll just go through the pop solo just while we have
here.
it. While we're here, we have Anyone, Justin Bieber, Right on Time, Brandy Carlisle, Happier Than Ever, Billie Eilish, Positions, Ariana Grande, and Driver's License, Olivia Rodrigo.
See, I really like Olivia, but Driver's License is just not my favorite song on the album. I totally get why it was nominated because that's like the
Y'all see my
song.
face right now.
It's just not. I feel like it's one of the weaker ones, or like compared to the rest of the songs.
It was her first song ever.
It just
It
had
was-
so
it
much
was a-
momentum.
It
was
did.
like
It
you-
did. So I totally
you remember
see.
where you were when you saw the
Huge.
video, when you heard the song for the first time, when it was on SNL like
Yes.
that
Yeah.
week.
Yes.
Songs don't usually do that.
And
Yeah.
she said that the live version on SNL, that was, or
Great.
maybe it was Jimmy Fallon or something, but the bridge when she sang it and she went, oh, it was beautiful. It was beautiful.
With her, because like her rise to stardom was like solely
Right.
like it was during a time when everyone was using TikTok. Like I've never seen like so many fans like and stans really like gravitate to certain performances and being like, oh my gosh, have you heard her at the iHeartRadio Awards? Like I have it like saved on my phone, and like
Yeah.
it's just getting back to that like era of standing where you just like are saving like different clips from different like award shows. Like I really like that like direction that she brought everyone back
Yeah.
into, and her voice is great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Her
think
voice
it
is
was
great.
unique too because I feel like, and I could be wrong, it was really one of the first times where a Disney star, and I know it was on Disney Plus and their content's like more diverse now, but like someone who was actively in a Disney production was putting out music like this and like cursing on her track and like doing whatever she wanted to do artistic. Like she's still young, obviously, and she's not like twerking at the VMAs, but like it was
Right.
still like she, like High School Musical, the second season was airing, I'm pretty sure, while this was happening. I could be wrong on the
Yeah,
timeline, but
I
like
think
that hasn't really
around the same
happened
time.
before. Maybe we could talk about like
It did take me back to like when the Disney girls,
The Disney girls.
Selena
Oh.
and Miley, Demi, they were all just like releasing, and like there would be a Disney movie too, and then they were also on the Disney show, and there'd be
Right.
the Disney. It
Oh,
was just like
yeah.
a whole thing that kept
there's
you
a whole
fed.
demi
Yeah.
snub here as well. I do have to say.
Is there?
Did you not like the album? Did you listen to it?
I didn't listen to it.
Tommy, I'm disappointed in you.
You know, I think that maybe if we're still on the best pop duo, maybe the Demi Ari song
Oh, come on.
could have
Did you like-
fit in there, but then the album as a whole, it did not. Good for them for their journey, and I think that it's a great great milestone of a project, especially if you grew up and remained a fan. But just for me as a casual listener of Demi, it wasn't enough sonically to keep me enthused as like Happier Than Ever or Sour was for me.
Right. I mean, even if it was on there, I don't think it would like stand a chance.
Oh no, it
with
wouldn't.
Billy
It wouldn't.
and
No.
Olivia
But
on there.
I do think there are some powerhouses on the album. It's a little long, but
What do we think, y'all? Driver's License, Positions, the song, Happier Than Ever, anyone? Right on Time? What do we think?
does anyone genuinely think that Ariana has a chance at all?
No.
I just need to. I just.
If Thank You Next didn't win.
I know.
That's what I
Thank
think.
You
I
Next.
know.
Like,
That's what I
come
think.
on.
I know.
Perfection,
Yeah.
front to back, Positions. I've said it before. I've probably said it to you. It's one of like the only Ariana Grande albums I feel like has like skips. And I'm sorry, Arianators, I love y'all, but I don't come to Ari for skips, and I feel
I
like
agree.
this
I
isn't
agree.
her year. And
Yeah.
I think
No,
she'll win
it's
an
not.
Oscar for
She's
Wicked,
doing
maybe.
bigger and better things right now.
It's true.
She's already been established. She doesn't need an award. Even with like Miley and like Ariana, and I'm sure a lot of the other artists too, like they don't really care if they're gonna win a like Grammy. Like for the newer artists, it's exciting. It's obviously like to have your like repertoire of awards, super exciting. But like, I feel like maybe Miley and Ari specifically, just not that I know them personally, but from stalking them for so long, I just
Your best
I don't know. I just feel like
friends.
they don't. At the end of the day, it's like if they don't win, they don't win. Like they have so much else out there
They'll be
established for
fine.
them. Like they'll be fine.
It's true. Like
They'll
she
come
is
with the
Ariana
new-
Grande.
Right, right.
I think she'll win an Oscar for Wicked. We haven't even seen pictures of her yet.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
crazy. It's
I'm gonna wait on that.
It's scaring me. I hope she doesn't like play herself in the movie. Like she's like not like Ariana Grande in Wicked. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I have faith in her. She started on Broadway. She
She
has
started
her
on Broadway. She's a
background.
Broadway
She
kid.
has the vocal. She just needs to.
does have the
And Kristen
vocals.
Chenoweth is her mentor. So
Exactly.
like, how could you
Exactly.
possibly?
It's
We're
like the
steering
best
off,
mentor.
but no, literally.
I mean, I feel like now we got to play Positions.
Thank
right?
you.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Give Positions a little bit of love that it might not get on Sunday.
Thank
This
you.
is Positions, title track from the album Positions, the future Grammy snubbed album. This is For the Stands.
Heaven sent you to me. I'm just hoping I don't beat history. Boy, I'm trying to meet your mama on a Sunday. Then make a lot of love on a Monday. Never need no one else, babe. 'Cause I'll be switching in positions for you. Cooking in the kitchen and I'm in the bedroom. I don't need a lift, they say I'm pumping through holes. All my love infinite, nothing I wouldn't do, that I won't do. Switching for you, perfect, perfect. You're too good to be true. But I get tired of running. Fuck it, now I'm running with you. With you. So boy, I'm trying to meet your mama on a Sunday. Then make a lot of love on a Monday. Never need no one else, babe. 'Cause I'll be switching in positions for you. In the kitchen and I'm in the bedroom. I don't need a lift, they say I'm pumping through holes.
Welcome back to For the Stands. I'm your host, Tommy Romano, and I'm here with this incredible panel to talk about the 2022 Grammys, the buzz, the performances, the snubs, who's going to win, and who we think might lose. So you just missed us talking about the pop kind of zeitgeist of it all, but let's go bigger than that, and let's talk about the general field of it all. So let's start out. I would always be confused with the Grammys because something would win Record of the Year and then something would win Song of the Year, and I never really understood the difference. I don't know if y'all had the same thing happen.
Please.
So we're gonna have a little bit of Stan knowledge, and I'm going to teach y'all all about what the difference is between the Record of the Year category and the Song of the Year category is. So when Sunday comes, you can talk to all your friends about it, and they'll be like, "Where'd you learn it?" And you'll be like, "For the Stands with Tommy Romano." And that's word of mouth advertisement. So we're going to start off with Record of the Year. And this is the award to the artist and the producers and the recording engineers, the mixers, and the mastering engineers, other than the artist. We're talking about like what you're listening to.
The sound
Right.
recording.
The sound of it all.
Yeah.
So what we have here for nominations are...
It's a long list
It's
this
true.
year.
I Still Have Faith in You, ABBA. Freedom, Jon Batiste. I Get a Kick Out of You by Tony Bennett and Lady Gaga. Peaches by Justin Bieber featuring Daniel Caesar and Giveon. Right on Time by Brandi Carlile. Kiss Me More by Doja Cat featuring SZA. Happier Than Ever by Billie Eilish. Montero, Call Me By Your Name, Lil Nas X. Driver's License, Olivia Rodrigo. And Leave the Door Open, Silk Sonic. I don't even remember the first one I said.
That was a mouthful.
It's so many.
One of like
That's
the
hard.
first things I noticed about the nominations list is, well, like last year, I think 8 things were nominated for every like general field. This year it's 10, which I don't know if that was a new thing implemented because of the secret committee being abolished this year.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it seems like they just wanted to nominate everything this
Yeah.
year, which I'm okay with. But also, like, some of the weird ones are like ABBA. That's like a little out of place. Did any of you guys listen to ABBA?
Shamefully no.
No.
I want to say I did, but I did not. I wasn't even going to lie to y'all.
Yeah.
My roommate actually really loves the Jon Batiste album.
Yeah.
So I guess it's really good. If y'all watch Stephen Colbert, he plays on the Colbert Show, and he's good.
It's interesting
But
because
Record of
he's
the
like
Year.
leading
Yeah.
he has the most nominations, but I don't
Oh,
think I know
really?
anyone who has listened to that
Right.
record.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's intense.
Yeah, I think he's leading it.
So we see some familiar faces here. We see
do.
Driver's License, Happier Than Ever, Kiss Me More, Right on Time, Peaches, I Get a Kick Out of You, and some songs that have already been nominated, but I'm interested that they threw on Leave the Door Open and Montero, Call Me By Your Name.
I think Montero has a great chance of winning something.
I agree.
I want it to win something personally.
I'll be surprised if it doesn't.
Did y'all see that there's a video category, like for
Yeah.
Best Music Video?
If it doesn't win video,
It's up against, like, Peaches. Like,
Since when do they
it's
have a
really
video
up against
category?
Peaches. I saw it this year. They really do have a video category.
VMAs.
A little VMA.
is that
dip.
new?
I think it is. Like, I've never seen a music
Yeah.
video category unless they don't announce it on TV, and I just never knew.
That's
but
true.
Yeah.
I saw it, and I saw that Call Me by Your Name was nominated. I think that would be the one for it to win. I mean, what do y'all think? I mean, do y'all see it winning here?
Yeah, I mean,
This is a tough one.
yeah, this is a tough one.
For Best Sound.
That's what I'm saying. Like when you were talking about that before, I was like, okay, so when I'm in my car and I turn the volume all the way up, like which one drives me nuts?
Exactly.
And I just feel like it has driver's license is what comes to me. Maybe that's just my emotional moments in the car, but
Here's the thing, though. It could go for the pop category.
that's true. I don't want Olivia to win everything. I don't.
I think she's going to win. I mean, well, we'll get to Best New Artist.
Right.
But I think Montero has a really good chance for Record of the Year. Personally, I'm a huge Silk Sonic fan.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure how much of a chance they stand, honestly, but I would love to see them win something.
Yeah, no, I would too. I love the song. Putting it in the category with all these other pieces, it's difficult, but it's
yeah.
still it's a
I
great
agree.
record. It's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, not to be overlooked for sure.
Yeah.
I honestly, for me, like it depends on like what already wins. 'Cause I feel like a lot of these, like I could see winning.
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah.
wouldn't be mad if like one of these won or one of these didn't. Like
I'll be
unless
mad
it's
if Justin
Peaches.
Bieber-
Yeah,
I was gonna
unless it's
say that.
Peaches.
I just really, I feel like I would understand with these ones, but like best sounding, maybe for song of the year, we should go to that because I feel like
Okay,
I would
yeah.
want Olivia to win for that because the difference between the record of the year, the record is what you're hearing, the song is the written
That's true. And like
portion of it all.
the effect it made on the year and the culture.
I feel like we haven't examined a new artist as a songwriter and really focused the narrative of their fame on them being such a great songwriter since like 2012 Taylor Swift Red
Yeah.
era. Like I feel like what's going on now with Olivia, because even with Billie, and we all know she's a great songwriter, very gifted, but a lot of the narrative was going on like was with the way that she presented herself on stage, she presented her outfits, she presented just like kind of being like relatable. It wasn't really about like the songwriting itself, like the words
Yeah,
of the songs.
also a lot of it, like people talk about like her production, like
Yeah, that's
Phineas's
another
work
thing.
on
Right,
that.
I was trying to say people know that she was working on it. It wasn't just her writing the pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I'll go through these
Okay.
categories quick. Bad Habits, Ed Sheeran. Beautiful Noise, Alicia Keys, Brandley Carlisle. Driver's License, Olivia Rodrigo. Fight for You, Her. Happier Than Ever, Billie Eilish. Kiss Me More, Doja Cat. Leave the Door Open, Silk Sonic. Montero, Call Me By Your Name. Peaches. And Right on Time. Honestly, we're seeing a lot of repeats at
Yeah.
this point, but
Yeah.
this is the one that I see Olivia winning
For song.
for me. Song of the Year for Driver's License. I mean, the
Yeah.
lyrics have never been so examined on
Right.
like
That's very
such
true.
a big scale. I mean, I don't imagine if there was TikTok when Taylor dropped Red the first time. it would
that's
be-
true.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
I think she's in the perfect storm to win that. So
Yeah, I take back my vote for her for Record of the Year and place it here for Song of the Year.
Yeah, I think song
Yeah.
just makes more sense.
Other than Justin Bieber, who else I don't want to win is Ed Sheeran. I'm sorry. I don't know how I feel
Yeah.
about his comeback.
Well, I don't like Bad Habits.
I don't either.
He's
the
not
whole
I've
like,
never really
problematic
liked
or
Ed
anything.
Sheeran.
No,
He's not
no.
annoying me, but at the same time, I don't need it. And now he's like doing the rollout with all like the with Camila Cabello and J Balvin, and he's like dipping his toes into
Yeah.
a Latino music. Maybe next year. I don't know if there's room
Next
for
year,
next
Not
year.
this year.
Even like his whole like artistic design
fine.
with like the vampire thing when he was.
The vampire video freaked me
Yeah.
out.
what
this
is
the
he
same
doing?
person who wrote the A-Team? Like
Yeah, I love the A-Team.
right. And then he dresses
Yeah.
up like a vampire, and you're like,
Yeah, like what is this era?
Right, maybe I don't know. Like he's good and he's not like a bad dude, but
right.
maybe
I'm
next
sure
year.
he's
Maybe
nice.
maybe in a few years because
sure he's
there's
great.
Adele next year. But
Oh my god, that took my breath away.
yeah.
If that doesn't win, we have to come back and talk about that.
We'll meet back right here, of course. But I mean, right now I think I have to do everyone a favor and I'm gonna make y'all re-listen to Driver's License. I don't know the last time you heard it. Maybe you're about to watch the Grammys. Maybe you're prepping for the Grammys. You're about to listen. Give it the re-listen it deserves. Here it is, only on For the Stands.
Got my driver's license last week, just like we always talked about. 'Cause you were so excited for me to finally drive up to your house. But today I drove through the suburbs, crying 'cause you weren't around. And you're probably with that blonde girl who always made me doubt. She's so much older than me. She's everything I'm insecure about. Yet today I drove through the suburbs. 'Cause how could I ever love someone else? And I know we weren't perfect. I just can't imagine how you could be so okay now that I'm gone. Guess you didn't mean what you wrote in that song about me. 'Cause you said forever, now I drive alone past your street. And all my friends are tired of hearing how much I miss you, but I kinda feel sorry for them, 'cause they'll never know you the way that I do. Yet today I drove through the suburbs and pictured I was driving home to you. And I know we weren't perfect, but I've never felt this way for no one. Oh, and I just can't imagine how you could be so okay now that I'm gone. I guess you didn't mean what you wrote in that song about me. 'Cause you said forever, now I drive alone past your street. Red lights, stop signs, I still see your face in the white cars, front yards. Can't drive past the places we used to go to, 'cause I still fucking love you, babe. Sidewalks we crossed, I still hear your voice in the traffic. We're laughing over all the noise. God, I'm so blue, no we're through, but I still fucking love you, babe. I know we weren't perfect, but I've never felt this way for no one. And I just can't imagine how you could be so okay now that I'm gone. 'Cause you didn't mean what you wrote in that song about me. 'Cause you said forever, now I drive alone past your street. Yeah, you said forever, now I drive alone past your street.
Welcome back to For the Stands. Wasn't that better than you remember? Wasn't it better than the last time you heard it? Driver's License by Olivia Rodrigo. One of my favorites for the year. I hope it wins Song of the Year. So right now, where we're at, we are going to be talking about the best new artists. This category has always been under a tight telescope, microscope by me ever since Dua Lipa won it in 2018. That's what put me onto her. And then the year after that, it was Billie. And
Right.
it just keeps going on. Then it was Meg Thee Stallion.
Megan.
Stallion. And I think Alessia Cara was before Dua.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
And it's just always been like one to really look out for, because I remember when Dua won it, it didn't make sense to me in the moment, but thinking about it now,
Right.
it makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
So I always watch the best new artists with a close eye. On my radio show For the Stands, I had a segment called You Should Stan. So now we're going to do the You Should Stan New Artist Edition, Grammy Edition, whatever you'd like to call it.
Let's
And
do
I
it.
will read these artist noms. Arouge Aftab, Jimmy Allen, Baby Keem, Phineas, Glass Animals, Japanese Breakfast, The Kid Leroy, Arlo Parks, Olivia Rodrigo, and Saweetie. So, what do we think?
Well, I think there's one that stands out a lot, which is Olivia.
Yeah.
I mean, I think she is probably my prediction, because she's Olivia Rodrigo.
Yeah, I think she's the one that definitely went from like zero stardom to like A-list celebrity the fastest. Like her blow up was so quick. But I
agree.
kind of really do want to see Phineas win this because I don't know. I just feel like he doesn't get enough credit for like all the things that he does. And you know, Billy's going to be winning
That's a good
left and
point.
right, and it'd be nice to see him win something as well.
Yeah, it would be. for
Even though I'm
sure.
sure, like, obviously, brother and sister. Not that she doesn't give him credit for like what he does, but like.
No, of course. I know what you're saying. I
Yeah.
honestly really like his song.
Right.
It's just like, yeah, it's one of those things. Like, I don't know if it's like same with Japanese breakfast and Baby
Yeah.
Keem. Like, it's just like them, but
Yeah.
it's when I'm looking at
Yeah,
Oh, I know.
it's just not their year.
It's hard too because we obviously we don't know what's going to happen with any of these, you know, nominees over the next year or two, like in terms of their stardom. But when you're comparing, like, okay, who do we think it is when you look at who has won previously? So you're like, who's
Right.
going to be the
Yeah.
next Meg? Who's going to be the next Dua? Not that you can replace them.
and Billy.
And
Right.
so I don't know. I mean, Olivia, yeah, but I don't know. I have a sweet spot for Saweetie too.
Honestly, yeah,
I could-
Honestly,
Right.
I could-
her name on there surprised me a little bit. I was like, okay, what
Come on,
did
best
she?
friends
What
of
did,
Bob.
yeah, but like,
Yeah,
Or even the Kid Leroy too.
yeah,
he had a big year with
did.
Justin Bieber and
Yeah.
their single "Stay," which was inescapable.
Right.
Stan Twitter knows
True.
it leaked a week before, and everyone was like, "Wow, the Kid Leroy makes
Everything's
good
leaking
music."
nowadays.
And then a week later, we never. I feel like I was just like, okay, had enough of this one.
Yeah.
I was like,
I
all right,
agree.
I've played it out for myself, and honestly, whenever I hear it, I don't complain, but I don't seek it out anymore.
Yeah. Well, he did the remix with Miley too, right? Or am I making that up?
Not for that song, but
no,
for
it was
a different
song.
one.
Well, yeah, no, a different song.
Yeah.
Which is okay in the moment, but again, after a while, I was like, yeah.
yeah. The vocals could get kind of whiny after a bit. I feel like.
You know, I did like what you were saying. So I think we are going to play "Let's Fall in Love for the Night" by Phineas. I think
Let's do it.
He deserves a little bit of love, and let's give it
For
to
sure.
him here for the stands. See you soon.
Let's fall in love for the night and forget in the morning. Play me a song that you like, you can bet I'll know every line. I'm the boy that your boy hoped that you would avoid. Don't waste your eyes on jealous guys, fuck that noise. I know better than to call you mine. You need to pick me up, I'll be there in 25. I like to push my luck, so take my hand, let's take a drive. I've been living in the future, hoping I might see you sooner. I want you riding shotgun, I knew when I got one right. Let's fall in love for the night and forget in the morning. Play me a song that you like, you can bet I'll know every line. I'm the boy that your boy hoped that you would avoid. Don't waste your eyes on jealous guys, fuck that noise. I know better than to call you mine. I love it when you talk that nerdy shit. We're in our 20s talking 30s shit. We're making money but we're saving it, 'cause talking shit is cheap and we talk a lot of it. You won't stay with me, I know, but you can have your way with me until you go. And if all your kisses turn into bruises, I'm a warning. Let's fall in love for the night and forget in the morning. Play me a song that you like, you can bet I'll know every line. 'Cause I'm the boy that your boy hoped that you would avoid. Don't waste your eyes on jealous guys, fuck that noise. I know better, I know better, I know better than to ever call you mine.
Welcome back to the show. You're watching For the Stands. I'm here with my awesome panel here talking all things Grammys 2022, what's going down, and right now we're going to talk about the snubs. When I say that, does anything, we already talked a lot about Miley, but does anything else really come to mind for the snubs?
Well, this isn't necessarily one that I'm upset at, but I am a little surprised that Certified Lover Boy wasn't nominated for Album of the Year, but Donda was. I did not like Certified Lover Boy though, so not necessarily.
Did that come out in the time span?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's nominated for Rap Album, but just in the past, Drake has been nominated
Yeah,
for Album
that's
of the
true.
Year,
Mhm.
so
Think
it
about
was
that.
kind of weird to me, but
Especially
again,
considering Donda was nominated, you would think that.
that
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, that was one I thought of. What about you guys?
Honestly, I was really, I was wondering about Drake, and he's usually like a big power stay. Immediately,
Yeah.
I'm thinking about Charlie XCX, Lana Del Rey,
Right.
Clairo, all these great artists who released like really solid projects that could have been shown some love.
Agreed.
For Best New Artist, I'm wondering where Chloe was.
That's true.
Chloe Bailey with the hit Have Mercy.
Right.
That's
That
So
was
true.
a huge moment for me watching the VMAs this summer, just being like, wow.
But unfortunately, she just
performed
wouldn't
so
have
great.
she wouldn't have stood a chance.
In New
Yeah.
Art. I mean,
Unfortunately.
the Olivia effect
just
is at play.
The
Olivia.
Olivia effect. Ugh, this is a tough one. I mean, I know we already talked about Miley, but I was even just thinking like Prisoner for Best Duo Performance.
That would make perfect sense.
Come on. Come
Yeah.
on. Or again, we talked about it, but like the Ari and Demi collab, like that was. Say what you want about it, but maybe I should just start making the nominations from here on out. And
Honestly,
Yeah.
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 We got a good committee right here.
Yeah,
We don't even
It
have
has to be a
True.
secret.
yeah, and there's
We'll
also,
place the votes.
yeah, there's Casey Musgraves, not in the Album of the Year category, which is another one that I found surprising because
Yeah.
she won Album of the Year a few years ago.
That's true.
She is nominated though
Yeah.
in the country section, but little surprised that she didn't get an Album of the Year nomination.
Right.
Yeah, there were a lot of eyeballs looking at her after her critically acclaimed and just overall great album, Golden Hour, which won the Album of the Year a few years back. And everyone was just looking at her, and you could tell that she was attempting to veer into a pop direction from the country that was on Golden Hour. So when she kind of came out with Star-Crossed and it fell flat onto everyone's expectations, I thought the Grammy was either going to give her love or totally shut her out. So the fact that they threw her a bone with country single and a couple other nominations that a nomination's a nomination, but when she used to be hitting hard and being someone to worry about in the general field, I feel bad. I thought Star-Crossed was solid, but it didn't live up to the expectation.
Yeah, I feel like it definitely didn't get the buzz that Golden Hour did. I haven't listened to Star-Crossed, but it wasn't really on my radar as much. But still, I don't know. She seems like someone who the Grammys would nominate for the general field now. So, but yeah, it's not Golden Hour by any means.
I can't stop thinking about Plastic Hearts.
I feel you.
It came out literally
It might be the worst
it was the eligibility started in
snub.
September, I think. It came out literally the month after, right,
I-
ready to go.
Yeah.
And it's her Bangers came out in 2014, so it's been 6-7 years since she put anything out. And not to say that whatever she does next isn't going to be awesome, but it was so monumental for so many different music communities, and for it to not get any recognition is just we're never going to have another Plastic Hearts again.
I agree. I mean, even when I was doing research for this show, I was looking biggest snubs of the year, and everyone was saying things like you were saying, Certified Lover Boy should have been nominated for both rap and main categories. But with Miley, she was just weekend level, totally shut out from the Grammys, which I just find weird.
Maybe
now.
there's beef.
Who knows?
Who knows?
One
Maybe
for
there's
me
beef
though, another Grammy darling, Lorde.
Yes.
Nothing for Solar Power.
Disappointing.
By that side, I feel like you weren't a Solar Power
Oh
stan.
no, I was.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I was not.
Oh,
Interesting.
Not
You
a
don't think
big
it was the album
fan.
for her?
I don't think so. I mean, in comparison to Melodrama.
I was gonna say
it's
Melodrama
just-
was so much
it's
better.
just
Did Melodrama
a
win
letdown.
anything?
I don't know.
It was up for the big
What year was
categories the year
that?
that Bruno Mars won for
When he
that big
yeah,
album.
24K. Yeah.
So that makes sense in hindsight, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah. Coming up though, we got to give Lord some love here. She just dropped a music video this week. I cannot believe this era is still going. But
me neither.
I've seen a lot of tweets that are like, going back and listening to Solar Power, it's great. Like I needed to listen to it again. So I'm seeing that come back into our kind of zeitgeist that we're thinking about the album
Yeah.
again, and maybe it not being up there on the Grammy stage might get a little more love to it. Like I feel like Solar Power, the video, would have been a perfect addition to the music video category.
Right.
Like I feel like it was just unnecessarily shut out, and that's why the next song that we are going to be playing here is Solar Power, title track from the album Solar Power. I think it's awesome, and I think you would too, so check it out.
I hate the winter, can't stand the cold. I tend to cancel all the plans. But when the heat comes, something takes a hold. Can I kick it? Yeah, I can. My cheeks in hot color, overripe peaches. No shirt, no shoes, only my features. My boy behind me, he's taking pictures. Lead the boys and girls onto the beaches. Come on, come on, tell you my secrets. I'm kinda like a prettier Jesus. Forget all of the tears that you've cried, it's over. It's a new state of mind. Are you coming, my baby? Acid green, aquamarine. The girls are dancing in the sand. And I throw my cellular device in the water. Can you reach me? No, you can't. My cheeks in hot color, overripe peaches. No shirt, no shoes, only my features. My boy behind me, he's taking pictures. He's taking pictures. Lead the boys and girls onto the beaches. Come on, tell you my secrets. I'm kinda like a prettier Jesus. Turn it on in a new kind of bright. It's solar. Come on and let the bliss begin. Blink 3 times when you feel it kicking in. That
Welcome back to the show. I hope you listened to Solar Power again. This is For the Stands. I'm your host, Tommy Romano. We are wrapping up the show here. We've been talking about the 2022 Grammys, everything that's going on. You guys got any big plans for Sunday? I know I'm planning on watching it, and I'm gonna watch the red carpet before, do the whole thing.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Probably gonna sleep all day until it starts because I'm a tired lad. But I can't wait.
We're also in college, so that would explain that.
Right.
But I'm so excited. I mean, everyone the rest of the year goes, Grammys don't matter, the Grammys don't matter, the Grammys don't matter. But Grammy Day, you'll catch me on, what is it, CBS,
No, I feel like everyone
ready.
says that, and then when the day
Everyone's
actually
live
comes,
tweeting.
everyone's like, oh my God, like who's gonna win?
Yeah.
I think last year, everyone was complaining about it. I was hopping in the hate train, and then the albums that I wanted to win won.
Yeah.
So now I was like, okay, Grammys, good job.
I wonder what it's going to be like viewership-wise, just in terms of like it's been so long, it's been pushed back. Like,
Yeah.
are the
That's
ratings going to be
true.
high? Are they going to be low? Do people care?
I feel that's a great question. I mean, in my mind, I'm so music-centric. I feel like everyone's going to be like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
what's going to happen
The
with these songs?
performances have a
Yeah.
lot to do with it, though. Like who's performing. Like a lot of people's like, oh, I'll find out who won tomorrow. But like if XYZ is performing, I'll watch it.
Yeah, any
Yeah.
performances y'all are excited for? I'm personally excited to see Olivia, Lil Nas
yeah.
X.
I think Lil Nas
For
X
sure.
and Jack Harlow,
Yeah.
like they're gonna bring the energy for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to see big productions. I love when they
Yes,
go all out with
yes.
the choreo, the
Well,
Well,
outfits,
I
the
think
lights,
like with
the
Lil
sets.
Nas X,
Oh,
everything is a
100%,
big
100%.
production.
He'll
Like,
he's not going to be wearing a
so-
shirt. That's all I'm going to
Yeah.
say.
The shirts, there's going to be the prison dancers. I
absolutely.
got a feeling.
Absolutely.
But we all know what the big part of the night is, and that's the album of the year.
Oh, boy.
So we got to go through some nominees one last time for the big one. We're starting off with We Are by Jon Batiste, Love for Sale by Tony Bennett and Lady Gaga, Justice Triple Chucks Deluxe by Justin Bieber, Planet Her by Doja Cat, Happier Than Ever Billie Eilish, Back of My Mind by Her, Montero Lil Nas X, Sour Olivia Rodrigo, Evermore by Taylor Swift, Donda by Kanye West.
Again,
Stupid.
Wow.
so many
So-
nominations. That was a mouthful.
Donda being on there is so out of place. One of these is not like the other.
That's true.
That's all I have to
It's,
say.
Yeah.
I mean,
But other than that, I
it's-
think Happier Than Ever is going to take it.
that's what I think too.
But Sour, though.
Well, here's the
That's my
thing. I
conundrum.
think they could divide it where Happier Than Ever gets to be in the pop vocal.
But it's never fair.
Well, do you think Taylor Swift could win Album of the Year again?
As a Swiftie, no. As
No.
a
Good,
Swiftie,
thank
no.
you. I'm glad
I
to
don't
hear
think
that.
I'm on Twitter. I feel like the Swifties we don't really expect it because they really are sister albums. They're like if you awarded
Yeah.
one, you awarded the other. I feel like so giving it to her this year when so many other huge things were going on, like everyone would just be confused, Swifties included. I feel like
I'm confused, too.
I feel like it's just any animosity from the Swifties, you bet Taylor's winning, go Taylor. I feel like it's almost a little bit besides themselves, with the joke, I don't think it's Taylor's year. I feel
Yeah,
like her
like
year was
she
last
had
year
it
and she
already.
did great. She performed.
Yeah.
But I think she's gonna cool it for a little bit and then come back in with whatever her new album is after all the re-recordings.
Right. Personally, I think it would be really cool if Sour won. I would be so happy to see that. And so
I think
happy
that
to see
would be
Olivia.
big for her. Billy's gonna win in other categories. I could almost be certain of. I think it'd be
Yeah.
really cool for Olivia. Well, I know I was saying before, either she'll have a clean sweep or she'll win one or two. I think this one would be really big for her.
I agree. I mean, yeah, I feel like this one, I think Driver's License deserves its own award for sure. So I think I wanted to win one of those.
Yeah.
But I know it's overplayed and most people don't like it now.
But the album, it's another one of those, start
yeah,
to finish. It's
start to finish.
The story is so crazy.
I agree. Oh,
Yeah.
guys, I'm so excited for the Grammys,
Me
aren't
too.
you?
Yeah, this is
I'm getting excited talking
making me
about it.
more
Yeah.
excited for sure.
I'm gonna need to play some plastic hearts while the commercials are rolling so that I don't get
Right, exactly.
I'll get pissed off if I do that. Be,
Literally.
angry about Miley getting snubbed.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys so much for joining me here.
Of course.
The inaugural episode. We're in a studio now. I'm so excited. Thank you so much for tuning in. This has been the Grammy special episode of For the Stands. I've been your host, Tommy Romano. We are joined here with Trevor and Gloria, who killed it today. I needed their opinions as we sorted through this whole Grammys debacle. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we will catch you next time.
Peace.
Peace out.
Peace out.
Peace.